Hello and welcome to another edition of The Nate Moore Show. Our show is brought to you each week by Reliable Heating and Cooling. I'm Keyshawn Dorsey and here with me is Coach Moore. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hi, Keyshawn. Thanks for having me on.
The Tigers are now 9-0 after beating Louisville 41-0 last Friday night. Your team played another strong first quarter as you led 21-0. How important was the quick start for your team?
Hey, quick starts are good. We'll certainly take them. Just glad to see us come out and play well.
Both teams played with a lot of emotion. Louisville was flagged 4 times for personal fouls in the first half. How pleased were you that your players mostly kept their cool under fire?
Extremely pleased. I thought we handled it very well. The antics at the beginning of the game, during the pregame, and the personal fouls. There were probably more of those that actually could have been called. And I thought our guys kept their composure very well.
How was your defense able to slow down the Louisville offense, especially their passing game?
Just playing good, tough, disciplined football, Tiger football. And the kids just executed well, played hard.
Your offense finished with 362 total yards. What did you like most about their effort?
There's some weather factors that night, and really about midway through the second quarter, the wind really started to pick up, and I almost felt like there was a tornado blowing in. And able to throw the ball in that weather. Our last touchdown of the first half was probably a 35 yard strike into the wind, maybe a 20-mile-an-hour wind, and I thought that was very impressive.
It seems like your team was focused on this game and didn't look ahead to Week 10. Who gets the credit for that?
The kids get the credit for that, but it's just really who we are. We want to be where our feet are, live in the moment, it's kind of who we are every week, not just last week.
Going into Week 10, how do you describe your team's overall health?
I'd say pretty good. We've had some guys that have been banged up, and that's going to happen for anybody in a year, but I'd say overall pretty good.
In a moment, we'll meet with a Tiger player and hear more from Coach Moore. But first, this word from Reliable Heating and Cooling.
Everything that goes into a Lennox system is engineered for absolute comfort, like the parts that create your perfect temperature and humidity, or the parts that purify the air. Together, all these parts save you up to half off your heating and cooling bills. And there are few things more comforting than that.
The future of home comfort is here now at Reliable Heating and Cooling. Get the latest innovation and technology at Reliable.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Thank you, Reliable Heating and Cooling. Joining Coach Moore and I is Tiger linebacker Seth Jefferson. Seth, how does it feel to be 9-0 heading into the McKinley game?
Oh, man, it feels great. I'm just really excited to go into this game on Saturday and play my hardest with my brothers, man.
How would you describe the overall atmosphere at Louisville last week?
The overall atmosphere at Louisville was kind of weight-bearing, kind of just thinking about how everybody in the stands are against you. But then when you start hearing the TIG, the ERS coming from the stands, it kind of really just makes you feel like we brought Massillon with us, so to play our hardest game for the fans.
It seems like this year's team is really close. In your opinion, how do you get a team to come together and fight to a common goal?
For us to really come together, it's just the common problems that we all go through problems, so we all just try to get over it together. If there's a problem that's going on, say with your family, or you were having trouble in a class, we all work together and try to overcome that obstacle.
What kind of skill set does a good linebacker need to have success?
Discipline. Discipline is the number one thing for linebackers, because if you don't read your guard, then you can mess up the whole defense. You gotta make sure.
And finally, describe to us what it's like to be part of the Massillon-McKinley rivalry.
Oh, it's great, man. Everybody knows this. It's a Massillon-McKinley week. Let's just go out here and get the dub for the city, man.
Thanks, Seth. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Coach Moore, tell us more about Seth as a player and as a young man.
Well, you can tell from his personality right now that he's a fun guy to be around. We really enjoy coaching Seth. He's a really good player. He's a factor in every game that we play on special teams. He's on every one of our coverage or return special teams. Makes a lot of tackles, and even if he's not making the tackle, he's a factor on the play. So Seth's done a great job for the Tigers all year.
This marks your 4th time you've coached in the McKinley game. How much has your approach changed to the game changed since your first time?
I'd say very little. Ever since the first one, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this week, but we try to embrace all of it and really enjoy the week. I want the guys to enjoy the week, and I want them to feel how special it is. And the week's going to pass, and they're going to be looking back on this week for the rest of their lives, and I want great memories for them to look back on. So we embrace the week, and then just want to stay focused at practice and focus on Saturday, obviously, and that all comes from the preparation that we started in January. We don't just all of a sudden say, hey, we have to be focused on X, Y, or Z. That starts with how we prepare the guys in January.
This game also has so much emotion attached to it. How do you get your players prepared for both the emotional and physical demands they'll face on Saturday?
I mean, really, that's the same answer. We've been preparing them since January for both the mental and emotional stresses and the physical stresses. We try to put them in as many stressful situations as we possibly can. We coach them very hard. We're very demanding as a staff, but at the same time, I think all the players know that we love them, and we're here for them, and we're in this together. So it's a balance, but we've really been working on that since January.
What can you tell us about McKinley's offense?
Very good offensively. Quarterback is back. He's actually a 3-year starter. Played receiver as a sophomore. Throws a good ball. Very accurate. They do quite a bit of the RPO stuff offensively, and they've got a lot of really good receivers to deal the ball out to. So they're very good. They've been scoring a lot of points and getting a lot of yards.
How about the Bulldogs' defense?
Once again, good group, a lot of speed. They've shifted to a 3-3 odd stack this year, which is different, but they're playing better and better every week. The linebacker core is a very good group, probably the strength of their defense.
And finally, what are the overall keys to a Tiger win in Week 10 against McKinley?
Number one is we have to stop the run. Even with the team that throws the ball a lot, we still want to make them one-handed. We still want to take away all running lanes and stop the run first off. And then offensively, we need to establish the run early in the ball game, and we need to win the turnover battle and take care of the football.
We want to thank Coach Moore and Seth Jefferson for joining us on the show this week. The Nate Moore Show is brought to you each week by Reliable Heating and Cooling. I'm your host, Keyshawn Dorsey. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers, beat McKinley.
Massillon City Schools is proud to have one of the top career technical education programs in the state of Ohio, recently receiving a #1 ranking of the 93 districts in the area of achievement. Our Career Technical Education Department offers 14 pathways preparing students for college and careers. All students have the opportunity to participate and compete in their career technical student organization, as well as obtain valuable experience in the field while earning aligned industry credentials and/or college credit in high school. Visit massillonschools.org for more information.
Welcome to another edition of Swing, featuring Tiger Swing Band director Jason Neel. We're on the air with you every Wednesday night following the Nate Moore Show. Our show is brought to you each week by Howard's Tiger Ags in downtown Massillon. I'm your host, Lexi Goff, and with me is Mr. Neel. Welcome to the show. So, Mr. Neel, last Friday night, the band performed at halftime of the varsity football game at Louisville. As far as traveling, weather, and the actual performance, how did the evening play out?
Well, we had a really nice bus ride over there. Pulled up to the stadium, buses dropped us off, no problem. They allowed us to park our truck right next to the stadium for our equipment. That was great. We got into our seats with no problem. Weather was a little chilly, and some rain played with us a little bit throughout the night, but overall we survived it. And I thought the kids did a nice job with the show. We got a nice response from the Louisville crowd, and it was just fun to have a road game after so many home games in a row. So I think overall it was a good night, and obviously the Tigers got the win, and so everybody seemed happy, and a good night for the band.
What kind of reaction did you get from some of your band members after the game in regards to the overall atmosphere at Louisville?
I think, like I just said, the kids enjoyed being the visiting band, for a little bit. You only focus on playing in the stands in between the plays. You can kind of relax a little bit in that sense. You don't have to worry about pregame or postgame or things like that. It was a nice atmosphere. People were talking about the crowd was really excited at the beginning of the game. You could tell standing room only, full house for the beginning of the game. And, I think, like I said, we enjoyed it and had a good night, and overall things went well.
A lot of people may not know this, but on the band's website, you can see all of this year's halftime shows, plus the performance at Ohio State, right?
Mostly, yes. We have just about all our halftime shows available at tigerswingband.com. We have links to Facebook there. You can watch videos through, I think it's a site called Vimeo is what we use to host a lot of our shows. And you can go back through the years and search for a lot of our halftime shows. I don't think we have like the away performances. I don't think the Glen Oak halftime or the Louisville halftime's on there, but just about every one of our halftime shows. And yes, the performance in Ohio Stadium for the Buckeye Invitational is on there. So yeah, people can go and watch those shows, and they're usually from a great camera angle, high atop our stadium or really high above the Ohio Stadium. So I encourage people to go check those out.
We should also mention that the band's fruit and nut sale continues this week too.
Well, technically our student sales ended on the 22nd, Monday the 22nd, but we do still have online sales available for the fruit. If people would like to go, there's more details online at tigerswingband.com about that. So I think the online sales last for a couple more weeks or so, but all the fruit will be delivered at the beginning of December. So still more time to buy fruit. Support the band.
And now, this word from Howard's Tiger Rag.
Massillon fans all know the best place to find great Tiger apparel and much more is Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon. Howard's Tiger Rags is proud to sponsor the Swing TV show on WHS-TV. How about a new football t-shirt and hat? See their cold weather items and Letterman jackets too. Need a hoodie? Howard's has nearly 300 in stock all the time. Don't forget about their infant and toddler apparel, tiger mugs, and framed wall art. They'll even help you get ready for prom. Visit Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon. Follow them on Facebook and give them a like.
Thank you, Howard's Tiger Rags. Well, it's McKinley Week. Can you tell us about the band's performance schedule for this week?
Well, let's see. We performed for the Football Booster Club meeting on Monday night, and we performed for the Touchdown Club on Tuesday afternoon with our squad leaders, our drum major, majorettes, and OB were all at those performances. On Thursday at the open house here at the high school, we have the concert in the gym, and we'll play a large majority of our season's music, something from all the shows and a lot of those shows in their entirety, all of our school songs, kind of a nice pep rally atmosphere, but a concert type thing in uniform with the full band. So that's at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Invite anybody to come out and see that in the main gym at the high school. And then Friday, we're all over the town. The squad leaders and the seniors get to march around the town. We'll go to all the elementary schools. We'll go see the mayor and Judge Elam and just everywhere around Massillon that we can get to. We'll march through the halls here at WHS, do the pep rally in the main gym for the school. We'll have practice after school. We do the Beat McKinley parade, the bonfire downtown, and so Friday's a morning to night spreading Tiger cheer everywhere we can go. So a lot of performing there, and then obviously the game on Saturday is the culmination of everything we're doing this week, and we're really excited that it's a home game because it always seems to be just a little bit more fun when it's in Massillon. So busy week for the band, and in the midst of that we're learning a new show, so there's a lot going on with the Tiger Swing Band this week.
What do you and your staff do to help prevent your students from getting overly tired this week?
Well, there's not a lot we really can do. We can't go to everybody's house and make them go to bed early, which would be advised. We advise them to do, and that's really all we do is we encourage them to take care of themselves. We encourage them to get rest and to pace themselves throughout the week as things go on, and that goes not just physically with with our bodies, but also particularly for some of our wind players with their lips, that they don't play too much, too strong. Make sure we're getting good warm up and warm down after we perform and play and practice. So you're right, it is a very tiring week, and basically our message is you got to pace yourself to make it through the week, because like I said before, you want to have something left when you get to the culmination of the week, which is Saturday afternoon when we're performing on the field. So,
as you gather the band in the armory before the pregame, what typically goes on?
Well, for a normal home game, we will take attendance. We'll get everybody into uniform. We will tune up the band. We'll go through our inspection. I'll give my last thoughts to the band before we go perform, and we march out of the armory, really excited, ready to go, understanding that this is just a wonderful opportunity to go march as a Tiger Swing Band member. We have, even with 8 home games, which seems like a lot, if you look at that over the course of a year, 365 days of the year, only 8 days do you get to perform at Tiger Stadium. So it's rare, and we try to remind the kids that it's just a great opportunity to be a part of this long-standing tradition. I mean, I see your shirt there, 80 years we're celebrating the swing band. So just the responsibility and opportunity that comes with that. We try to remind the students every time we take the field that it's really special. And then this particular game is even more special. We'll have the armory all decorated when the students come in. We'll really celebrate our seniors, and we give them some time to speak to the band. So it's not just me talking to the band. We let our seniors speak, each one of them, if they'd like to have that opportunity, get to kind of give their last thoughts before this game to the rest of the band. And we wear flowers on the uniform. We're going to recognize all our seniors at pregame. So there's some extra things that make this a little bit more special, and it's the time of the day. We're also going to eat lunch in the armory, before the game with the whole band. So it's just a lot going on, and it's just a lot of fun. And obviously the decorations here at the school and the decorations at the armory, just let everybody know immediately there's something special about this week. There's something really special about this game. And it's just a wonderful honor to be a part of such a great rivalry and a great tradition. So we take it very seriously, and we enjoy it a lot.
And finally, tell us more about this week's Swing Band halftime show.
Well, this week, like I said, we're doing a brand new show, which we don't always do for McKinley because the time of season. But having an away game last week really helped us to get ahead a little bit. So we've chosen a circus theme. And we're using some music from The Greatest Showman, and we're using some circus marches and things like that to present. Let's see, the songs we're going to play are The Greatest Show. We're going to play Come Alive. We're going to play Entry of the Gladiators, Thunder and Blazes, Thunderbolt Gallop, some of those traditional circus marches, and we're going to have a lot of neat things in this show. Some animation on the field. We're going to have some props, some special effects, if you will, and lots of things for people to watch and enjoy. We're going to have a big percussion drum break in the middle of our last number, and just some neat things. We hope this will be the greatest show of the year, and it'll certainly be a circus out there on the field, so why not, right?
We want to thank Mr. Neel, the director of the Tiger Swing Band, for being with us this week on Swing. Our show is sponsored each week by Howard's Tiger Rags in downtown Massillon. I'm your host, Lexi Goff. Thanks for watching, and always, go Tigers, beat McKinley.
I joined cosmetology because I've always loved coloring hair and different colors and makeup.
I joined media because I've always had a passion for all things related to media.
I've always had a passion for teaching other people, especially topics that I'm interested in.
I want to pursue a career as an orthopedic surgeon. And so when I saw that we had this class, I immediately circled it on my schedule and was excited to join.
This class has made me better because it made me very responsible.
I like the relationships that I've developed in this class. The girls that are in here with me, I've really grown close with all of them.
I joined this class because I enjoy helping others and I want to make a difference.
Even like just making something and having people go, wow, that's really interesting. It means the world.
It was just a really good environment to be in. It was real hands-on, and it was just something I really wanted to do.
I joined the construction trades to gain experience in the job I want in the future.
Everything that this class has taught me will account for my career in the future.
Before I came to this class, I was unemployed, and Ms. Markley helped me get a job.
I'm going to use what I learned in manufacturing in order to better decide my career.
It gave me more knowledge on cars and gave me plans to go in the auto industry.
Massillon CTE works for me.
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 Works for me.
For me.
For me.
For me.
Massillon CTE works for me.